everybody. Welcome to Valley Forge Bar Box 8-Ball Championships.
We're getting ready to watch a match between Daya and Shaun Wilkie. Should be a good match. I believe this is the third round action. Players are warming up right now. I'm going to give everybody a little information about the two players that are coming up. I think most people are familiar with both these guys, but we'll kind of run it down here. Daya lives in Mount Carmel, PA. He's pretty much a legend in PA pool. 7-time state champion, whether it be 9-ball or straight pool. I think he won even a New York State championship. Snuck one in there in the 80s. But just recently even got 5th at the World Straight Pool Tournament. So he plays pretty good. Plays pretty good. He won the Seniors 8-Ball Tournament here back in March. So he's very comfortable in this environment. Meanwhile, he wants to give a shout out to his folks back at Ashland Billiards. They sponsor him on the tour. It's, Tom Gallagher and the guys, I guess, helping him out. It was, he goes and plays there all the time. But a real down-to-earth guy, great player, legend. But Shaun Wilkie, he's from Havre de Grace, Maryland. Probably one of the greatest nicknames just lately to come along, Get Some.
Shaun Get Some Wilkie.
Has it tattooed on his arm.
That is definitely his nickname for life.
He's got a bunch of accomplishments too. He had 2006 Carolina Open. He's 2007 Tiger Tour Player of the Year. I know he has back-to-back Predator Tour Championships, 2009, 2010. And the players are going to get ready to lag it up here. Shaun plays out of Big Daddy's Billiards in Glen Burnie. And he's actually sponsored by one of our sponsors, Hard Luck Sportswear. Now that's a great clothing line. They came out of nowhere here and jumped onto the scene. And everybody likes their clothes.
Yeah, it's like people are buying the stuff, so been seeing it around already around the room here at the Valley Forge Convention Center.
Now I'm interested to see whether these two guys have different styles. I think Shaun's going to be a little bit more reserved than what everybody gives him credit for. He understands that the game's, pretty much a strategic game. A lot of guys his age still think it's just a crasher type of game. Right. You smash the balls and you run 8 balls. Yay, it's a kid's game. He's played TAP leagues. He's played BCA. He actually even won the 2006 9-ball singles in TAP. So he's played league before. He understands this game. almost floated the 8-ball in, spread the rack great, and looks to me like he's gonna have to shoot at low balls here.
So this is an 8-ball race to 8, single elimination tournament. 89 players showed up. 1,500 for first. Shaun just squeaked by Alex Olinger. Hill. Alex pocketed the 8-ball out of turn. Gave the match to Shaun. We would be watching Alex Olinger's gigantic self playing on this tiny little bar box. He's a big table player normally, but this plays pretty good.
Shaun squeaked that one in there and rattled a little bit. I think he has to consider going 2 rails up by the 6 and shooting the 6 off the 8 into the side pocket lightly so that the 8 does not get in front of the 1 or the 7. Let's see if he sees it. Okay, well maybe he has enough room that he feels comfortable pocketing the ball either in the side or shooting it up past the 9. Might be looking at it now, which is the wrong time to be looking at it, of course. Shaun plays out of Big Daddy's Billiards down in Glen Burnie, Maryland.
Haven't seen too much 8-ball from Shaun. I've only really seen him playing on the big tables. So this is first for me. I'm just kind of checking out his 8-ball game. Gets a nice spread on him, I'll tell you that much. That's what I go for. I mean, I see a lot of the real top players, though. They go for the cluster breaks. They like, you know, even the high-end players, they can just maneuver through all that mess. They just know how to pick those balls apart and break apart what they need. But I think they cluster break them to prevent the other player from running out, maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
There's that. I mean, that is a strategy.
Whereas Shaun here, he just kind of blew him apart, got the ball he wanted, and ran out.
He ran out.
1-0.
And the lag turned out to be worth something. Doesn't always do it. And about the only thing it ever does is get you the shot in alternate break, which we're doing at Hill.
Yeah, nice.
It's the only thing it ever does, other than really get you that first shot.
The top, super top players too. It can come down to the lag. That can be the match.
I've had it come down once or twice in my life on a bar box, I'll tell you that.
Seems like this table's freezing them up real nice. I haven't seen a lot of re-racks going on.
Well, thank goodness there's not a lot of that going on.
Diamond came in here and set all the tables up. Diamond Billiards.
Ed Hagen and the crew.
Yep.
Providing top-notch equipment. Well, he's got stripes. The way we're playing these rules, we're playing make it, take it. So he made a stripe ball, did not make a low ball, so he's forced to take stripes. And about the only shot that I see is a rail first, possibly back cut to 13, or slow roll the 12 up in front of the 2-3. He's hit virtually from every other ball, or at least from, there's no other shot being there.
That's unusual.
Well, it does happen. A lot of times can be brutal in this game is to be forced to take that. And then you get other times where you just wish the guy had to do this. As you watch him break and run out on you and you just make a ball and you get selection still. It can be a different game. Was discussing this with Alan Hopkins yesterday on his rule selection, and he's a purist. He likes to go back to old time rules as much as he can.
Right. That makes sense.
This is no easy feat, but I think he's going to go rail first. Oh, he wanted it to lengthen out.
Did he get something?
No rail. No rail, ball in hand. And that's just bad luck.
That could be
to make a ball and not have a shot.
Yeah, that could be detrimental to this match. Let Shaun start getting confident and running. And if he runs out here, then he's got the break and run out. It could be 3-0 in about a blink of an eye.
Now, I think that Shaun's going to have a problem with this 8-ball. He's looking up in the corner here, and if he can fall off of that 1 down between the 15 and the 10, he can probably get a shot on that. Other than that, the only one that I feel comfortable with is the 3-ball, where he could get after the 1, work the 5, 6, 7, stay down table so they can pocket the 3 in the side and slide down table. He's looking at that right now, which is a pretty good. This is a pretty good pattern he's getting ready to produce here. Did it pretty good. He seems to be more in control of the speed than our earlier match today when Joey Testa and Matt Crawl were playing. Both those players were struggling with the speed, and the rails looked a little bouncy,
Yeah, Shaun. I just talked to Shaun before this match. He said the rails on all the tables are real springy.
Well, I think it's some of that moisture that's in the air from, the concessions, which you've seen when we go to some of those camera angles, isn't that far away from us.
Definitely.
Get an idea what this shot looks like for Shaun here.
This is I do not like this shot. I'll tell you that much.
the drawing for the ladies Tiger Tour 50-50 raffle for the ladies Tiger Tour. C. Bassett. C. Bassett. Who's won the 50-50 raffle. Please go to the ladies Tiger Tour arena.
Yeah, see, I don't like that shot.
I don't think it's skidded. I think he just he did miss it.
Yeah, it's tough to gauge where that's going to land. The ball's going to land. It's going to travel so far, and then the space from the cue ball to the 8 ball was short. It means you can't get a fully developed spin going on.
I think this is going to be an automatic for Dave. I don't see any problem with the guy that can run hundreds of balls in straight pool.
Right.
Cleaning off a few hanging balls in the game of 8 ball.
Definitely like how he played that shot, that last shot there too. It shows he's got good speed control.
He's a left-hander, has a really smooth stroke, and
He's lefties.
he just, boy, I tell you, he just hits the balls nice. He's one of those guys that, if you grew up in Pennsylvania, you've heard about Dave Daya.
He's got a good follow through. Nice good player here.
He makes quick work.
Sure
after
did.
A Shaun Wilkie mistake there, an unforced error.
1-1.
When you step to the table, unleash the fury. Precision craftsmanship. A player's cue ready for action. A cue with a sweet hit. A consistent hit. See the entire line of Fury cues and unleash your fury. 40.
And it's Shaun Wilkie's break. He's hitting him head on. He's smashing him, getting a good spread that last time he broke.
Yeah, I like the spot where he's breaking from here. If not the second ball, side rail break.
Nice spread.
Hangs the ball on the table, out of the traffic.
He's going to have his choice. It looks to me like he's probably going to go with low balls, even though he'd like to be shooting it high, I think. He's looking to see if he should shoot this 2 off the 13, open up the pocket, and whether he can make that 7-6, throwing it in.
Nice shot.
Good shot.
You're looking at that combination there.
Yeah, he's pretty.
It's dead.
He really wants to make sure that he's gonna make this shot. He doesn't want to do the same thing he did last time. Last thing you need is Dave Daya getting comfortable in a match against you on a bar box. Not only is he knowledgeable, but he's deadly on a 9-footer.
Oh yeah.
Great player. Well, 5th place at the World Straight Pool last year. Those are played on diamond 9-footers. So he not only knows diamond 9-footers, I'm sure he can play on a diamond 7-foot.
I don't know about that shot. It looks like he got a funny little roll there. May be able to pocket the 6 in the upper left-hand corner, but I don't think so.
Well, what he wants to do is pocket the 4 and leave an angle to pocket the 7 up in the upper left-hand corner pocket and move the cue into the 11 afterwards.
Right, nice.
See it?
Yep.
Okay. Now he should actually make
both of them.
The 11 go to the other point. Problem is that after that it should come back then and hit the 6. If he hits this soft, he could be in trouble. He needs to get separation on the 6 and a Q after this shot, or he's dead. He'll be close and might not have the right angle.
Looks like he's going to make the 11.
He may make the 11, but the Q should go into the 6.
Oh, hanger.
You know, and he's given Dave an angle to work with that 14 right off the bat, and I'm not sure that Dave's going to take it. If you're Dave, you might avoid that 14 till you're definitely in control. See what happens here. Well, he actually has an easy bank. He might consider the bank shot right now. And if he was to hit that bank, I wouldn't say that that's a wrong shot.
No.
It's fairly easy, and he doesn't have to do too much. He's trying to talk himself out of making it. He wants to see if there's a way to get around it, and he might be able to just pocket a 15,
draw into the 7.
there.
I was thinking he was going to do something like that. A little funny, but he broke it in. At least we can make it in several different pockets instead of just that one. It's
Well, this
error.
Yeah, this is why I thought that he should have played the bank, is that the balls are lined up caddy corner.
Yeah.
And he's coming out of that corner and going towards him, and nothing really goes. Now he's got to make a back cut.
I don't like this ball. Okay, he had a shot there. I didn't
make
see that
ball. I didn't think he could get that. Wow. Well, that might be why he shot the bank. And he's perfect on the 9 to slide in behind the 14 for the same pocket. So I think we're going to see an easy notch here for Dave Daya. Wasn't even close. And Dave goes up 2-1. Looks like Shaun's sporting some of those hard luck duds. Nice to get a clothing sponsor. Get all the free gear, free clothing. Get a look out on the corner of the arena. You can see the lemonade stands. Fans are actually in behind, sitting in another area.
Wow. Swallowing balls there.
You know, if you're Shaun Wilkie, you're going to start taking Dave Daya seriously. I think after he pockets the 13 on the side, he's going to have an extremely simple rack. So I think Dave just has to bear down, bury the 13 in the side, roll his cue to the rail, and bounce off a hair, and he's going to be in.
I've seen this guy before. I've seen him play before in events. Oh, unless you do that.
I didn't expect it, but
Now Shaun's got the easy run out.
Shaun gets it now. It was crucial.
like he can run into the 4 here to kind of stop it.
Yeah, he's going to run into the 4 and be perfect.
He's got the stroke figured out on these small tables, that's for sure. Got that short little pokey stroke.
And that's what you need on the bar box. Yeah. Without that little short hop stroke, little poke, you can't play on a bar box. You're just using slow strokes.
That's good, I'll remember that.
It's crucial.
Went there.
Well, looks like the table's wide open.
That's one of the best parts about 8-ball.
Yeah.
Can't guarantee a ball.
Never guaranteed a ball.
Hit that really hard. I think the harder you hit them, those plan breaks like that, I don't know, there's a certain speed you can usually get a ball to sloop in there, but if you start hitting too hard, I think they don't go as easy. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I notice it.
I think Dave's gonna have to end up shooting a 10 up in the corner after this 13. He's gonna be jacked up. He'll probably cinch it in, go off the rail, and come back out. What he was trying to do, and in my opinion, was get on the 12 also. A little straight pull knowledge coming in there. No, I like zigzagging, going between the 1 and 7 and coming back to the center of the table for the 12. A little bit of spin, not too hard. It will get away from you on this table. I don't even know whether the shot's there. I also like cutting that 12 up in the left-hand corner.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best shot. He's got the 9 or the 11. Oh, unless he does that and misses. Wow. Tied up the ball, though, so
He's
not the
left
worst.
Shaun at least a 4 ball to get started, but with that 6 captured, it's not looking good because the 3's touchy to begin with.
How can you get into that little cluster there? Can you go off the 4 up into the top rail down into that ball? I mean, you may want to start attacking that shot immediately.
You can actually hit this with a flat ball and run off the 5 into it.
Yeah, that would work too. I noticed the great players, man, they start going right at that ball.
It's a problem. It isn't going to go away.
They'll play a crazy shot just to get over to that cluster.
Just to do it. It's all about that problem. And you have to figure it out sooner than later, because if you let it fester, it's going to definitely be the death of you, so to speak.
That's always been the approach I take too, is not that I'm a good player, but I just see good players and I know that's how you got to do it. You got to go at the problem balls.
Well, he's got a straight in bank here almost, and he'd love to have had an angle so that he could go take the cue into that 6. I think I would look at coming off that 5 and working that 6 now. Ooh, did he get it? I think he got it. Great shot. Great shot.
Looks good.
Talking to Shaun before the match. Ask him if you know, his family had helped him out with pool, and he says, yeah, you know, his family's big backers, and especially his granddad.
Nice.
We've both come to know Shaun a lot better in the last year and a half.
Yep. Yeah, very interesting individual. Got to room with Shaun quite a few times. Get to know him a little bit better than a lot of people. Very interesting guy.
What do you see here as far as a workable plan?
That's the way there.
Well, he's still trying to get to the 2 and have a likable shot.
He's going to pocket the 5, then the 2, slide over to the right. 6 in the lower right-hand pocket, roll down for the 8 in the left-hand bottom pocket. Just needs to throw a little inside English on it. Okay, he's going to go ahead and do the 6 now, huh? That's a way too. Inside English here. Pop the 2 in the side pocket.
Well, I like getting above it. I like the angle that he has because he can roll this ball down the rail and come across to get on the 6. I mean, I use a hair of high right here. I might even use the center ball right. And I get real close to this 6 since I want it to go past the 12. I get a little bit closer. Finally got on the 2 where he feels that he can make it.
Yeah.
32.
I'm John Hendrick, pool player and owner of the Green Room in Pineville, North Carolina. My serious players demand quality, and that's why I've switched to Milliken Super Pro. This cloth plays at the perfect speed. It lasts a long time, and the spill guard protection saves my tables from stains. It saves me money, and my customers love it.
Milliken Super Pro, exclusively from Sterling Gaming.
Milliken's got me covered. How about you?
Good take by Dave, but came up dry. Letting Shaun back to the table here. Stripes seem like they're just as hard as the solids, to be quite exact.
Yeah.
There's the 2 and 3 on the rail. The 5's trapped. The 13, 11 are kind of trapped. So we've got both sides have balls trapped. And if you want to just start running balls, I think if you wanted to go for it, I think you could try the stripes. That 9, 14, 10 down in there, that's a 12 that he just shot.
Yeah, I think so.
That angle right now that he has on the 9 will let him kind of get some of these balls up. But I think he's going to miss the 13 if he hits it firm enough, and the 7 will still be trapped. He missed. I think he got a good roll.
Yeah,
I
looks like
think
it.
there's no other way to say it. He did not plan that. He was trying to make the ball, and he got a pretty good roll here. I'd say the worst way to look at this rack is all of Dave Daya's balls are on the rail.
Yeah, that's tough.
With the exception of the one ball, which is tied up on the 8. Just going to go down and make contact with the 4. Good shot, tied it up. Left the table, adding a problem to your opponent's heap.
That's it.
That's a smart strategy. It's like we were saying, in one pocket, you're putting a ball in your pocket, taking it from your opponent's pocket, hopefully, putting it towards your side, and not letting them see it. One pocket, or I mean an 8 ball, you're trying to get rid of one of your problems, create one for your opponent, and don't let them see it. Make them make a ball to get at it.
That's it. Make him make one of your balls to get it.
Exactly. Make it so that he doesn't have insurance shots after it. Make him kick one of your insurance shots away. Make him kick a break shot away. Just so that he, you know, doesn't have these options to have an easier out when he gets up to the table.
Make him break and run out for you.
Yeah, but yeah. That's a higher level game there that I just kind of missed.
I knew he was going to go with that bank.
Smart shot by Shaun.
He just hit a little too hard.
Well, he's fallen into the, you know, the strategy. Take one of your problem balls. Make it a non-problem ball. If Dave would not have let him see that, it would have been a stronger shot.
Definitely.
That's what we're talking about. Wasn't even close, folks. I didn't even think there was a line there.
Man, that one hit the inside of the pocket there.
Well, I can tell you right now, if he can swing this 6, take the cue ball, and get over onto this 2 ball or 4 ball, come right at a line onto the 3, and he starts to take the 4, I think, you know, we'll be all right. But if he takes the 2 first, it's even better. He's looking to maybe even take the 4 now. I don't know whether that's the worst or the best shot. Let's wait and see what he comes up with.
Not a lot of issues, that's for sure here.
This is what I'm saying. Right at the 3. There
shot.
You go.
Good shot.
He gets the 2 the way he wanted first. Stroke. He'll be able to follow this ball down to the bottom rail, keep an angle up table for the 3 because he's going to shoot that 1 in the upper right hand corner pocket. So he's going to want to get around the spot after he makes the 3. For those of you just tuning in, you're watching Inside Pools production of the Valley Forge Bar Box 8-Ball Championships. I'm J.R. Kelver. Joining me here in the booth is Alvin Nelson.
Inside Pool.
We're here at Valley Forge, PA.
The convention center. Can't you tell by the floor?
I think Dave has come up a hair shorter than what he wanted, but I think he's got a playable lie. He's going to miss the 13 with a little bit of inside English after cutting one in and probably coming back and forth to get shoot the 8 in the same pocket. Firmer than what I thought. Should be okay. I think that 8 goes by the 10 easily. Good shot of left-handed Dave Daya.
3-3.
AD.
You were saying these guys always go to the hill, right? It always comes down to the last match, you're saying.
That's exactly what Dave told me. He says every time they play, it seems to. So they obviously have played a few times. They respect each other. It's always nice to, you know, see 2 professional attitude at, you know, players this level. Now,
Definitely.
this is called an amateur event, and these guys aren't top pros. You know, one time they probably finished in monies, you know, on pro events. They've got sponsors. I'm not quite sure what the definition is there. I don't think anybody really cares as long as it's not one of the top players here. I think Alan was kind of letting them in, and they still had 90 players show up, almost 89 players.
Wow.
$100 entry fee. $1,500 up top for first place. I believe $950 for second. No added money in this event. Nice break. Those balls just scattered. Did he come up dry?
Sure did.
I don't see any balls missing. Solid balls are very runnable. Stripes can be ran. This is a pick'em. I'd say one's about a 4.5 and one's about a 5 as far as level of difficulty to get out. The only ball trapped with solids is the one, and it's an easy, you know, that's easy technique there. I'd like to see him make this 6 and roll it in with high left. He can't go too much past the 9. He has to roll and go down that line. See what he gets. Troubles, they are amounting.
Yeah.
If he can hit this with inside, he can miss the 9 end or the 8 end of 14 and come at the 3. But I don't think that he's going to get lucky enough to do this. Let's see how good he hits it.
Can't tell if he's locked up or
Great
not.
shot. No, I think he's fine.
Okay.
I think he's fine. What a great shot. Missing the 8 and a 14. Wow. Well, from here it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Routine. And smooth stroke, and Dave Daya is going to take a 4-3 lead. Getting a good look at some more hard luck clothing here. Player rep Shaun Wilkie. I dig their stuff. By the booth.
Yeah, it's cool stuff. Glad to have him on board
Should we
with
beg for
us.
clothes now, or on air, or later? What should we do? How do we do that? What's the etiquette there?
Every possibility.
What's SOP?
Every chance possible.
Nice break. And these guys are just trading off breaks right now. Suddenly this table decided that it's going to, you know, put everybody in a ball.
It's that center table break.
And I have to admit, that side break is leaving harder racks right now.
It is, but you're making a ball.
Shaun is going to play the correct shot here. And I think he's even going to have a shot on the 11. I don't think he can get to the 13. He would have loved to have taken care of all the problems, but it is what it is. I think he'll be able to actually clip off the 6 afterwards and go straight up table. And honestly, I think he's going to kill enough off the 6. So he'll be able to hold it for the 10 if he likes. Shaun looking at the 13, the 12.
It's
Might
there.
be a little overzealous.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
too much.
there's other shots out there that he can make and deal with this problem without,
Why didn't he
without
just
making a level 8 shot.
I don't think he wants to go into the 11 because then who knows what's going to happen with it.
Well, the problem with the 11 is that Shaun wins that battle, or I mean, Dave Daya wins the battle because he has a low ball just sitting there to take care of the 6.
Sure.
The 6 goes. I don't like this shot at all.
Huh.
I think Shaun would like to, rethink that one.
Mulligan. Give him a do-over.
Great players like Shaun, allow them to get it in their head about something and make great shots. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Sometimes you just got to sit back and prepare to be dazzled.
Fortune favors the bold.
Little rundown on the money here, folks. They are paying the top 16 places. First place up top is $1,500, like I said. $900 for second, $600 for third and fourth, $400 for fifth through eighth, and $250 for 9th through 16th. And keep in mind, it is a single elimination tournament, so everybody's got their bags packed because they don't know how the balls are going to roll. So, but we'll be back at 12 noon and 4 tomorrow with matches. That'll be both semifinals and the finals. And wow, Dave Daya let his stroke out. I don't think it helped him. Think about the only thing that's going to save him right now is a long rail bank with the 2 down into the corner pocket to lower the table.
Yeah, that's the shot. Let's take a look at the other side here.
It would be one where he would have to hit it soft and let it lengthen out. He could not power this ball in. If he does that, he'll stop shot on the 5 and go to town, but he may not do that. Looks like he's going to play safe. Wow. Well, that's how thin he had to hit it almost, somewhere in there.
Sure. Well, he left a tic-tac-toe run out here. Mr. Get Some Wilkie.
This is the type of rack you like to get when your guy misses. Bunch of balls towards the side pocket that can be shot in corners, sides. Basically with 3 or 4 pockets for each ball. And a bunch of them having stop shots. So you just get on a roll and kind of let your stroke out. Pop the balls in. No finesse shot needed.
Won the battle here.
Pop, pop, pop. Shaun ties us up at 4 apiece. Shane Morrow and Julie dropped by the booth saying hello. I think they've got one of the next rounds coming up. I know that he had a match earlier that I believe he eked out. And I think he's on a collision course with Cy Brown in the top side of the bracket. And that's going to be the match that everybody wants to see. Another favorite up top is David Yankunas.
We got Brett Stottlemyre and Mike Miller playing on the table adjacent to this table.
Wow, that was a great smash. That's the I don't want to get left letting the other guy shoot first.
Right.
But it's congratulations. Now you've tied up 2 balls. And you know, you might not have the best set of balls to work with this. Though they all be around. I mean, I have to admit, 6 balls down on that side of the table. And he may be able to make that 10 without.
He sure can, and he can also make the 3 in the right-hand bottom pocket if he plays his cards right.
Well, another thing that you can look at here, and some people might not see this, is that the 6 goes off of the 3 and the 10. It can be caromed in off of both balls. And if Shaun gets in a bind, he can actually bank that 6 into the 3-10, and it should go carom down into the pocket.
That would work.
There's a lot of live activity there, because you're going to hit as soon as you start to hit the 10 where it won't carom off. Well, he just made a great shot there. He was able to work it with all those 6 balls. But that, you know, I was talking about a safety valve, is that there is a shot there. I'd much rather see the control factor there.
Got it away from the rail.
At least he can get onto it from the 3, you know.
Nice little stop shot there.
Okay, quick question. Do you follow this ball or draw it? It's a shot.
That was too quick for me.
Yeah. Some guys will try and draw it and find out that they've got too close to the 6.
Oh, there's some lint.
He's making sure that the coin isn't in his sight while he's down shooting. And I don't blame him.
Yeah, he's got a good setup. I like the way Shaun plays. His game's definitely coming up a lot. Just taking your time through these shots. Very important. Look at that. Nice.
Perfect shot. Textbook.
He's got a good routine. I like it. So he's walking around looking at the other angle. I like doing that. Seeing how the ball's coming down into the pocket instead of just looking at it from the opposite.
Shaun's taking a 5-4 lead. But it is going to be Dave Daya's break. I'm anxious to see, yeah, Dave has switched up his positioning here a little bit. He switched up his break and he hit him quite hard. Look what he's done. He's brought everything back in to the middle of the table again. Amazingly hard break from Dave Daya. He saw that it worked for Shaun Wilkie last time. And he wants to answer right back at it and not break serve. So he made 2 of each ball, it looks like. Or did he not? No. He made 3 stripes. 2 stripes, 2 solids. You're right.
CC.
I'm not quite sure what I would look at for this. This is tough. There's nothing clear cut that's going to be a shot for him to make here. And like I said, he hit him so hard he brought everything back together.
Safety shot there. How do you answer? That's the question. Yep, that was a good shot. I like that, what he did there. Look at that. Wow, what a nice shot that was. See, he totally planned that whole thing out. That's how you got to do this. The only way you're going to make that ball. Because that side pocket's so small. It's about, at that angle, it's about the width of the cube, of the object ball.
Well, at the same time, what he did is he gave himself the opportunity to win. And that's what I liked about that shot. Is Dave was pretty much in a position where he was hoping that he wouldn't let Shaun pick a grouping of balls, because Dave still wanted to maintain control. While Shaun took control of the game, he is still at the table, which is huge.
Man, got another
few lucky rolls, and
sure
look where he's at.
How do you get 15 here? Just go for 15, get rid of it.
Yeah.
I think
that's exactly what he wanted to do there. Now, he would have liked to have got straight in on both those balls.
Yep, now he's got to do some maneuvering.
I don't think he sees shooting the 11 and going below the 5-4 and shooting the 10
he's got to play
into
this
the other side. I don't think he's seeing this, and that's very crucial.
Yeah, this is the shot he has to play. He played it really nice.
Nice shot there,
wow,
too.
Look at that. He's going to roll it perfect. Nice and easy does.
He had to hit that one perfect.
He sure did.
He really did a great job.
That's a very skilled shot he just played there. Because you can't have much angle. It starts getting away from you. 6-4. Our race to 8. Single elimination tournament here.
That was a big game. Now Dave's got to play protector. He got to keep Shaun from getting on the hill here. I think he wants to win 2 games before even thinking about letting Shaun get to 7. I mean, if you ask Dave, he wants to win them all from here. This is Shaun's break. Now, last time he crushed him. He mangled him.
Mike Miller, Brett Stottlemyre match is now over. I can't tell who won. Brett's up in the booth. I'm going to guess that he won.
Yeah, it looks like a Brett win. Mike's smiling still, but
yeah, Mike's always smiling.
Mike's always
He's a smiley guy. Here comes Cece. Got a little far there.
yeah, it did.
Still a makeable shot though, but cue ball's going to be moving. It's going to be moving away from the pocket that he needs it to be at too.
It's one of the first matches we've seen in a while where both players use a glove.
Huh. Wow, what a great shot that was.
Really was. Killed it.
Pink.
And Daya answers. Make the set 6-5. Dave smashed these up last time. Look at this, he's got an 8 on the break. Wow. And that is a win on these rules. So that's going to move the score to 6-6. And like I said, Dave said that these two historically have gone hill-hill. Let's see if his prediction pays true. Talking a little bit about the spot there. See, Shaun is quite anxious, and these two are very friendly with each other. I doubt they're ever going to have any problems with the rack. It's easy to like Dave and Shaun, both good guys. And I think Shaun is going to crush these balls again. He's been having luck with it. Great break. A lot of action. It looks like he's made one of each, so he's going to have his choice. And if I was to say, I think he's going to choose low balls. But you never know. But what makes me say that is the 11-12 being tied up with the 5 in the upper right-hand portion of your screen there. And for the most part, Shaun is really, he's in a good position. Even though Dave Daya just made that 8 on the break, he thinks that he needs to come back with the option of running out here himself. Now he's chose to go with the low balls. Like I said. A lot of Dave Daya fans out there right now, familiar with how good he plays, his game and his person. I mean, he's been around for a while. He's been playing championship pool for 20 odd years. Pretty much continuing his winning ways up into the seniors division.
This one could come down to that lag.
Really could. Really could.
Be the most important shot of the whole match.
Good shot selection here by Shaun. I think he's looking to shoot this 7 because the 9 kind of blocks a lot of the trails over to the 8 for position. Even though it looked like the 3 was the obvious choice for shots there. Good shot. And it looks like Shaun Wilkie's going to get the hill first here.
Spin this ball in. There you go. Well, we're up on top of the hill now, Mr. Wilkie. Let's see if Dave's going to join you up there here very soon. Make sure you go to InsidePoolMag.com and check out Inside Pool Magazine, bringing you this event. I want to thank everybody out there on YouTube. I want to thank everybody out there on Ustream. Thank our moderator Bob for doing a great job. Corner Market Bob all weekend. All of our friends out there on Ustream, good to see you.
I think we have a repeat of bad luck here.
Wow, look at this.
Dave has shots on all the stripes he wants.
Wow, I don't really see.
Now there is a chance here, and I wouldn't suggest that this is the only shot, but the first shot that I see is a 4-8-2 combo.
Wow.
It's not one that I'd like to see. He also has a carom off the 3.
Look at that.
Right,
nice.
there we go.
Called it. Now what?
For my next trick, I'm going to play the 1 into the 4 into the 3 and try not to get beat out of out of this tournament and sent home. what, he runs out here, he deserves to be in this tournament.
He sure does.
Your guy's on the hill and all the odds are against you. Shaun's going to play safe. I think if he kept off the 13 or kept behind the 13, he'd have kept Shaun from having so many opportunities to play safe.
Definitely. He's got a ton of shots here.
I think he can come off the 14 and lay him right in on that 9.
Right.
That wouldn't be so bad. I mean, he's going to have to get behind it. Now, if he goes in off the 9, let's see what he got here. That's what he was looking for right there, is that he had the 11 as the blocker.
Looks okay here.
For those of you that want a little bit of news from around the room, Mike Miller did defeat Brett Stottlemyre, setting up a Joey Testa Mike Miller match.
Might be the next match.
Just might be our next match.
We're going to see what other choices we have, but looks like a good one.
Now he looks like he's just called a shot.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, the 15's not a gimme.
Yeah, it's definitely can go off the 3,
I think he's trying to make sure that he didn't break it up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's why open up the table and take all of Shaun's problems?
It's going to come down to that ball for sure. Shaun needs to really bear down here and finish this out right, or else he's going to let him get on the hill and then anything can happen.
Now our next round of action is going to be the 4 o'clock round. And the winners from the 4 o'clock round matches will go into tomorrow's action.
And it becomes a money game.
Bring back the final 4 tomorrow. 4 o'clock round will feature the final 8. This is the round of 16 right here. So there's actually 16 guys left in the tournament at this point.
A little story with his cue there. Not sure what he's going on in that.
At this point here, he's supposed to be figuring out a throw-in play. I would be shooting down off the 9. I do not like what he's about ready to try, and I think he's going to guarantee that Dave will win this tournament, or this match, or at least, I'm sorry, this game, if he makes another ball. He's supposed to clip off the 9. Just go down table and let Dave make the next mistake because he does not have a play on the lie. He's risking letting Dave back to the table with an open table by trying to get out right now. So with him making this next ball without taking care of the 15 and the 8, he's becoming a 60-40 loser at that point. Let him make 2 balls, and I think he becomes a 90%.
Wow. Well, we'll see. You
didn't
usually
take care.
call him right, man.
Well, he hasn't taken care of his problems. It's kind of like not studying for the test and saying, well, I'll figure it out when they give me the answer, or the questions. I'll see what the answers are. No, it doesn't work that way. You got to take care of this problem. So if he has a plan, I'd like to see it enacted right now.
Well, he's looking at the 9 ball, so.
Did he miss both of them?
Wow. But look, he can still.
He got lucky, and now he has the 13. If he did try and go between those balls and get position on the 13,
He can go in here off the 15.
I
The
think
15 goes.
I'm not convinced that he wants to try that.
It's a weird little shot, but.
See, he's looking now at going rail first, which is a lot smarter, but it's still not a guaranteed shot. This is when guys find out that they have hit the ball wrong. When he stops in front of the pocket,
Yeah.
and his 15 stuck there. He sees it.
Yeah, it's definitely ugly. I don't even think it goes.
Well, the problem is the angle that he's going to have to come out to hit the rebound angle has no rebound back the way he wants. He's banking straight into it is the best way to put it.
Just making another ball doesn't mean anything. He's still not planning for that 15. He's avoiding it. What he's got to do with it.
When he makes this ball,
He's in trouble.
he's in trouble.
Wow, unless that happens.
Unless he gets the world's luckiest roll.
I still don't
He
think
almost scratched, and instead he clips off the point and gets Poe.
I don't think he can make the ball, though.
We'll have to ask him to diagram that as to us and how he knew how to
Yeah.
get that point.
Right. But still, then what?
Well, he just runs into the 4 and he has the 12 straight in.
Why not?
He opens up the 8 ball and it's all you, Bob Jones.
Funny little shot here. I figured he couldn't make that. Left
What
and
do we
froze
know?
to the 3. So there's no real pocket for the 3. What's a safe?
Well, just
Hide
go down
behind
by
all
the
your
8.
cluster.
Just go down by the 8. I mean, it's at this
Tired.
point here. Wow.
Huh.
Well, guess what, Sean? Now you're understanding why you were 90%.
Yep.
You have to kick the 12 in here. For the folks at home, yeah, it's we've been preaching this theory of 8 ball is basically if you have a problem, you have to get to it immediately. You might have to make a pattern 2 or 3 balls deep, but if you go off that pattern and you're not taking care of your problem and you wait to solve it with your last 2 or 3 balls, well, you're dead. If something goes wrong, you're dead, and this is typical. Even as good of a roll as Shaun just got, wasn't good enough to overcome that strategy. Now he's looking at trying to kick the 15 into his cluster of
crazy.
balls, ticky back, and hopefully maybe tie up on the 3 again. He might scratch, even as good as he hits this. He could probably scratch off the 3. It's time to get out the target practice.
Can you hear that sound of the metal? Bing, bing.
Well, Dave's pretty smooth. I mean, he's gonna hit stop, probably shoot the 6 right afterwards, fade away for the 5, and then just do 1-4, 4-1-8, one of those 3. But this is pretty
Sounds
simple.
like a zip code.
Maybe I'm missing something.
Could be the road map.
I thought he was gonna shoot the 3 right up in the corner.
I don't understand this shot.
I don't understand what he just did.
Yeah, he's shaking his head.
Dave, what did you just do? You had a shooting yard.
Yeah, I don't know what he just did there. I would have just rolled up to the 6, got on the 6.
I mean, we can see that the 6 clearly goes by the 8. It's not even a question. He could have just stopped it. I think he just had a malfunction. I think he's kicking himself right now.
Yeah,
I don't think he can believe what just happened.
He's on the total wrong side of everything here.
Does he have any combinations here that I saw that he was
One
shooting?
looks like it goes, but he'll have to do something funny with the 4 ball.
Well, he can make it, but
It's the key shot of the match here.
he's playing safe again. And I don't blame him. He won the safety battle and gave it back to Shaun.
Wow, that's crazy.
He had to. Let's start this again. Well, folks, I guess he's going to prove again that how bad of a position that Shaun is in. He's going to remove one of his balls and outmove him with 4 balls now. I think if he gets a shot at an open table again this time, he'll run out though.
Jeez. I don't know what happened there.
He's giving Shaun a bank, maybe? I don't think so. I think the only thing Shaun can do is hit the top side of this 15 ball and go all the way down onto the nameplate. Because if he gets behind, hides the 5 ball, the 4, 1, 6 will take care of themselves. So he's just trying to play safe on the 5 here. And let's see if he got anything on this 1 ball. I don't even know. The 1 doesn't look like it goes. The 4 looks a little bit funky. He can cut the 5 in. It's not the world's hardest shot.
Get something going, at least get his run going here.
Hit the 8 on the way. Uh-oh.
Ugly. Must not want to win this. A lot easier from the booth, though, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't miss too many balls from the booth.
No.
I truly believe he's supposed to nick the 6 ball now, but I don't know whether he's going to be able to hold it behind the 8 on these fast tables. He may be able to hit the 4 ball with high right-hand English or center right. Go straight across table and spin down into the 8-6 area. But he's probably going to play the combination. I mean, at this point here, I think he almost has to. He's getting comfortable shooting a combination is what he's trying to do.
Yeah, he's got to.
And he's trying to figure out what he's going to do next. High right, back and forth. Might end up shooting at the 6 ball here and running into the 8, but that could put him behind the 15. If he spins it and runs 3 rails, he might not have a good shot. Might run into the 8.
give Shaun Wilkie the game.
Yeah. I mean, it's coming down to that, missing that shot. Just not missing it, but missing that he had it straight in the corner. Shaun's just getting comfortable here.
So he's got to go to the upper right-hand corner of this ball. Then the 15 will float down in the bottom right-hand pocket. And he'll shoot the 8 up in the top left.
That'd be my pattern.
That's what I do too. It's natural.
And Shaun's showing a lot of poise here. A lot of matches come down to when you get this shot, you don't rush up and shoot it.
I don't like playing in that pocket.
I think he is a little worried about the scratch. There's a scratch over there, but I think he knows how to play well enough that he can beat it. He would rather beat it with speed.
He's got to keep going.
He's got there.
He's on the 50 big time. Now he's got to play the same shot again.
Well, if he's on the spot, you can still catch the bottom rail. Where he's at, he barely catches the bottom rail with a rolling shot. If he draws this ball, the 4 ball's almost
right
automatically in the game, one way or another.
Yeah, that 4 starts getting to be a problem real fast here. Beauty, look at that follow through. Great shot. This is going to be all she wrote there. Shaun's taking a little extra time, making sure everything's clear. He knows he's got to make this ball. It's the toughest shot. Too much time here.
Great match. I think it came down to the fact that Dave missed a 3 ball straight up in the corner. Happens. Well, folks, we wanted to thank our sponsors, Fury Q's, Milliken Super Pro Cloth, and Hard Luck Clothing. Thank you for tuning in, and Alvin, thank you for hanging out and commentating with me today. We're going to bring
JR. Thank you.
This has been an Inside Pool production of the Valley 4 Bar Box 8-Ball Championships. You just watched a match between Shaun Wilkie and Dave Daya. Shaun Wilkie winning 8-6. Folks, stay tuned. We're going to have another match coming back with you here at about
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. All right.
Catch you then.
Thanks.